Welcome. I'm Kenneth Andre, Tenjutsu Master and Mystic Messenger. Everything that I share and say and do is for a reason. If there sounds like a contradiction, there isn't. Investigate further. For those who are new to the channel and you're wondering why I keep wearing this black top, it's because I'm keeping an eye on the time. I've got to get everything across under 20 minutes or the camera stops working. Just in case you're wondering, saves me answering them comments. Right. Now, I can't stop smiling. Now, I mean no disrespect to anyone when I say this, but the more silly this present age that we are in, this moment with the world stage, I look at the world as a screen. And the insanities now, with my maturity, I just smile. But it also denotes to me what's coming next. I'm grasping things on a deeper level. And I've been in deep thought exercise, going over my videos. And there is even deep, profound secrets in this channel that myself grasp even greater revelation. It's all connecting to the truth, into the mysteries in one way or another. And the more that you keep going along, seeking truth, seeking God and understanding, the material that you've have received, the books that you've been reading, the precepts, the wonderful allegories and secrets being revealed in this channel, as well as in movies, music videos, or wonderful other watchmen out there, you start to grasp things on a deeper level. Now, many of us have been doing this a long time, and we've been seeing the same patterns, the same presentations and synchronicities, having strange anomalies and mystical experiences, etc. And someone like myself who wanted the truth, and this was thanks to Father merging with me, putting that desire upon my heart, bubbling up for truth, got my head in the books and studied. And the veils were lifted, and I got to see in real time that we are in a real matrix. Okay, a quantum, biological, AI simulated, organic, artificial machine world. But you wouldn't believe it. Okay, we have literally, should we say, with our consciousness, moved from one estate into another. No different from moving a conscience, someone who has consciousness, a soul, should we say, as a metaphor, from a realm into a computer system. Many are worried that this would happen. Well, I tell you now, it's already happened. And there's nothing to fear. You've got to be aware that this age that we are in, this realm, is a very real matrix. And it's programmed and designed and orchestrated to be a particular state of nature. Okay, a particular state, a nature that is part of, should we say, a process of forming the soul, where you go through the furnaces of affliction. As a default, you'll start off as darkness, but it's a host body system. As a default, as a soul traversing through the space-time continuum, you start off like everyone else in the matrix. And the earth matrix, flesh gives birth to flesh. It's a host body system. Spirit gives birth to spirit, which starts off elsewhere. And with your conscience, your consciousness, you're kind of like a metaphor, downloaded into the matrix. You go through the ages until the appointed time where there is awakening and then you receive the precepts, the disclosure, the preparation for the exit. I am this morning receiving the signs and symbols this exit is about to occur. A supernatural, mystical transformation with our lives, where we are translated, bridged, and ushered over into the land of the living. It's a mystical event that's about to take place with our lives, and this is what many of us are watching for. Now, I've learned to look at the world as a screen because I know the nature of it. I've had many, again, strange anomalies and mystical experiences, paid attention, been present. I see the occurring, repeating patterns on a small scale with an individual to a larger group scale with the unconscious collective. And I see these archetypes, these variants, these communities, these groups, group thinking, etc., where I see how this matrix is propped up and how it's all interconnected and there is this connectivity. And I see the states of the collective minds in its variance, infinite states of good and evil through the spectrum, the spectre. And it's genius. And I'm so grateful and humble for the whole experience. But now the world has become very silly to me. And I'm disconnected and disassociated to it. I know I belong elsewhere, as many of you do too. Now, Father has always put the truth in plain sight. It's not disturbing to me finding out through the Egyptian mysteries, the hieroglyphs, the Bible, Enoch, Emerald tablets, the Apocrypha, the esoteric imagery for the initiates, that this is what's termed as a real matrix. And I'm not joking. Think of Grand Theft Auto, okay, but now to a higher degree, whereby your consciousness, your soul coming into that, shall we say, particular technology and traversing in that game through your subconscious would erect the environment itself. And you are the controller, the computer within the game itself, part of a shared server and technology with sacred geometry and sacred mathematics, with quantum physics, where you can literally traverse through your own game as the computer itself. I don't want that to go over your head, but this is what is actually going on. As we live and move and have our being in God and God in us, it's all from Father. Now we've got to accept that this is the nature of reality, from the gross to the depths of hell to the heights of heaven. We are being schooled going through the 7 eyes of the Lamb, coming into maturity as sons to the Most High, where you are given the matrix, God's kingdom. But we go through these ages and states, birthed out the womb, the matrix, as heirs to the throne to go forward into our mansions. We have to go through a process of maturity and acceptance, getting rid of our fears and accepting God's name, his nature, in all the realms, from the fictitious to the real, from the gross to the sublime, without no judgment, to the pure all things are pure. And it's genius because it's all God. Only God can pull this off. Yes, there is these angels and other entities, custodians and gatekeepers over all this. I get it. I understand why. I have maturity. And yes, we go from darkness to light. We go from the chaos into order. But through the balancing of the masculine and feminine, we come out with brass feet. And this brass becomes patinaed green because we're well weathered from the whole experience. But rest is coming. But with this maturity now and with wisdom, we can laugh at the silliness that's going on. What's more exciting is to know into us the door is about to open up. Our exit, our birth, the pulls coming out of the deep. We are about to return home. And I'm very grateful and excited. And so we should be. It's nice to feel that after everything we've gone through. Now, I'm aware many I've been in conflict with everyone, and many are talking about these orbs and drones, but no one has got a real answer. And I'm sat there and I'm not really interested. But Father being with me, I'm like, the odd now and then, because there's no resistance to it. What is everyone getting so aroused about with this drones and orbs? And so yesterday, I as you know, if you've been following me, I love symbology, the anagrams, the allegories. No one could give a real answer to these drones. So again, looking at the world as a screen, let's look at the truth in plain sight. Let's look at the word drone. Well, with an anagram calculator, you can go do this yourself. You will find the words end, node. I talked about the node. Everything is converging to a node, a point, an end. You also get the word rod and eon. This gives me a language of the end of the age. That's the presentation of the drones, if you didn't know. The world is telling us we're at the end of the age, where Satan had but a little season. I knew it, okay? Again, I'm here to glorify our Father's name. This is the way that you got to be, a new creature, going by the day, listening to the Father, doing your works in seeking God and getting knowledge and wisdom. He says in the Bible, my people die for lack of knowledge. I am so humble and grateful for this salvation of the Lord Jesus Christ, the true Jesus Christ, many are not aware of, okay, especially in your religious belief systems. Yet there is so many who are of God, who are meekness. The kingdom is theirs. Many are in the book of life and sealed, and they're going to come out of this age relieved, and remembrance, revelation will be upon them, and we go forward in joy after this whole journey. Now, I've got something I want to share with you. So I was watching a watchman last night who was breaking down the ritual at the Vatican, breaking through concrete, which is over a door, bringing out a box, etc. And it had keys in it. And this is to do with Mosif and Janus, if I can say that right, Janus, a keeper of doors and of time. Mosif is also connected with doors. And so looking at his presentation, I see the gods of the Matrix, should we say, the connection with the Matrix they are provoking, they are operating with a reset, okay, a back in time, not out the world, but to invoke a pattern with the Matrix they are in that's of old. It's Shield, the Ouroboros, nothing new under the sun. I can see what they're doing without getting too deep into it, trying to articulate and convey. And I'm watching this and I'm thinking, Father, I know the door's in here. I know you're in here. I'm loyal to that image. I'm ready for home. I see what they are doing. I'm starting to see the truth was always before us. I kept mentioning about the year 2012, where many thought the end of the world was going to happen then. Well, that was during Christmas. I shared in my early videos this scene. Okay, looks like orbs in the background. Ghostbusters, when he talks about, again, the end being at Christmas. So Christmas is a high watch. We also got when a portal opens up, an invasion at Christmas in this movie, the Tomorrow War. And there's many more, denoting to us again that Christmas is a high watch. Okay. With all the signs we've seen in the constellations, with the Harbingers gone, the harvest sign, the wedding ring, the wedding, all received from looking above, and now the door opening up and a separation, all recorded in this channel. This is a very high watch. I feel it. Father is shouting at us. I'm seeing the numbers 33, 44, high watch. So it's something to be excited about. Nonetheless, I keep going forward. I know something truly wonderful is about to happen with our lives because I've read the script. In Exodus 34:19, all that open the matrix is mine. Okay, it is a matrix. Now, the word matrix is actually translated as womb. Jeremiah 1:5, God says, before I formed you in the womb, the matrix, I knew you before you were born. No one has ever gone to heaven but he who descended from heaven, even the Son of Man, which is in heaven. These two verses denote to us we are pre-existing beings in the host body system, and it's a matrix. I look at the world as a screen. John 7:24. Now, I don't judge by appearances. Stop judging by mere appearances, but instead judge correctly. I overlook all offences and rework it in my mind's eye. If there's something that occurs in my immediate environment, I say to Father, what are you saying to me? I talk to God all the time. Okay, I've opened the door back to my husband, the Lord, the Maker, the Creator, to our source, our soul, spirit, and source is in here. Okay, Father, what are you saying to me? I'm in this matrix. I live and move and have my being in you and you in me. Okay, Father is adjusting us, forming us in his image through his Son. We are sons to the Most High. It's the only way you're going to get anywhere, because no one knows the Father except the Son, and no one knows the Son except the Father. And we can only do what we see our Father doing in our mind's eye, in our consciousness, in our mind, in our heart. I don't judge by mere appearances. I'm looking beyond the veils. I'm looking at what is the message, Father, beyond duality, beyond the binary system. I get it. And it will always be in connection with what you've previously thought. Now, the more present you are standing guard at the gate, paying attention, it's all going to make sense. And there will be peace and love coming to you when you are getting your nature, your mind in order. For judgment begins at the house of God, and we are that house. When we stop focusing on the world and coming from spirit, from a love, from a thought, word, and deed, love, the tree of life. Love, life, beauty, prosperity, abundance, freedom, and liberty. And judge not now by that reality put over our minds as a Faraday cage. I love everyone as myself. And by being in this state, I project on my mirror, my screen, that which I am. That's what you receive. This is the key. Proverbs 2:5. Then you will discern the fear of the Lord, because you get this in order, and discover the knowledge of God. Okay? Because now I'm applying myself differently. Everyone's worried about what you're seeing on the world stage. I'm looking at it, okay, this is a sign we're about to leave this heaven and earth because the new one is coming down to us. There's nothing to fear. You must have all your enemies put under your feet. Death is the last enemy you must overcome. Fear. All your old beliefs and paradigms that would stir up anxiety and fear about the world that you're so engrossed in is got to be put under your feet. Fear in the Lord, your mind. Okay, be disconnected, disassociated by the renewal of your mind. You're going to be transformed and your reality will transform. It's very hard for people to do because they've been so engrossed by the black goo of the reality, sleep plain as Cain in a land of Nod. You have to go through a process, dying to this and being born again as the sons of the Most High. In Jeremiah 1:5, go up and down the streets of Jerusalem. Okay, my cubic reality, my heaven and earth, the space-time continuum I am going through. I'm aware that I've been traversing through the halls of Amenti, through the halls of reality with all these infinite states, these rooms, good and evil, these variants and archetypes. And so I'm going forward. I'm on YouTube, sent by Father, to give to you that which I receive. Look now and take note. Search her squares, square, circle, and triangle, pyramid, okay, because that's the sacred geometry of the mind. It's the mind, soul and spirit becoming as one, a heaven and earth with the holy living spirit, the Son and Father as one. If you can find a single person, anyone who acts justly, anyone who seeks the truth, then I will forgive the city. This is the city. Then I will forgive the city. There is repentance, and you're going to then be part of the harvest, the door that's going to open up and blessings come down to you, a new heaven and earth, the new Zion, the new Jerusalem. Okay, we go up the degrees into the land of the living. The pool's coming out of the deep, deep called the deep. Deliver us from this present evil world, as it's termed. But now it's not so much evil, it's just immature. It's silly. To the pure, things are pure. And so we're ready to move on. We are in the body of Christ, coming into remembrance, coming into maturity, go forward with knowledge and wisdom, the keys to the kingdom, focused as law images of that wonderful reality, the new Jerusalem, the new heaven and earth that comes down to us, where our mansions, our eternal heavenly homes, not made of human hands, is erected all around us. It's a supernatural, mystical event, whether it be with a flash event or suddenly waking up or something dawns within us. You will start to see incredible changes all around you, like the Mandela effect, all these strange anomalies or mystical experiences that you may have had, but now on a more, shall we say, extreme level. Now, many of us are in a state where it's not going to be a surprise to us. We welcome it because all our enemies are put under our feet. If we're going to move into a realm of righteousness, we welcome it. We're not going to question it. This is what we're watching for. And many of us have seen that vision of peace and love and happiness and laughter, of joy. Not this realm, not this world. This is passing away. As I said, I'm disconnected and I overlook all offences, which is the glory of God. Isaiah 11:3, and he will delight in the fear of the Lord. He will not judge by what he sees with his eyes or decide by what he hears with his ears. No. Love is the truth. I'm overlooking it all. Okay. And I rework it differently with the Father at the wheel. Because in reality, there is righteousness, there is love. And through my thought, word, and deed, I will rather see that and let this pass because it's not the truth. And I will lift my brother up in my mind's eye. This is feeding the Christ within us, as told us in the Bible. So I'm going to leave it there because I'm running out of time. I'm Kenneth Andre, Tenjutsu Master and Mystic Messenger. Keep watch. It's getting exciting. Love you guys. Have a good day.